Hello and welcome back to Wireman's Whimsy. Today I am going to talk about the Potted Geraniums Bundle, specifically the geranium dies. I wanted to go through them with you. The last video I did was this card here. Just basic stamping everything down, second value, first value, two-step stamping. So I wanted to take it up a level, and I'll show you those cards in just a minute. The first thing, whenever I do these, all the dies come off the little sheet that comes in the folder, and then you don't know how to get them back together. So I always just take a pencil and just outline really quickly where the dies go back. So that's the first tip. So these are the dies. This is the greeting, and then there are kind of 3 levels of flowers. This I would do in a green background as leaves, and then have these as the flower colors, or you could do it as 3 different colors. This could be a deeper color, medium color, and a light color. This is really cute. It's just a lacy set of flowers. You could use it to decorate the side of a card, or, you know, it would be cute. You can't really see it here, but if you did the cut out the die and then put the flowers on either side of it for the greeting, that would look really cute as well. This piece I'm going to come back to here, this die here, and then we've got the cutout for the leaves, and we've got the plant marker, the dirt for the top of the pot. We've got the pot with the edge of the pot, and we've got the leaves. This is the kind of the detail piece. Now, when I first did this, I cut everything out. I did all of these, and then I did the cutouts for creating the kind of next level up cards. And in my head, this die went with this one. But when I came to do it, it didn't fit. And I had to go back to the book and look. This die here actually goes with the detail die here to become the background, and I'll show that to you in just a minute. So as I said, this is the basic card that I did in my last video, just stamping directly on the paper. And then I stepped it up, and exactly the same colors, my Cajun Craze, a garden green, then early espresso for the dirt, and melon mambo for the flowers. I stamped them, and then I used the dies to cut them out. So this die here is the background, and I talked about doing it in a different color. You could layer up the colors, but this is the die that cuts this out. So again, you could layer it up underneath. You could even do this one because of the shape. Depending on what you were doing, it could be moss in the top of the pot as well. But essentially it cuts out. When you've stamped these flowers, it cuts them out here. So this, I just did the brick and mortar folder in the background just to give it a little bit of jump. But everything is, this is flat mounted, and then these are dimensionalized. So then when it comes to doing this, but only using the dies, no ink whatsoever. I did this on the fern background again, just to give it a little bit of a oomph. So this essentially, same basic idea, just using the dies instead. So this is where I ran into trouble. You can see on my Granny Apple Green piece, I had cut this one out. Then when I went to put them together, they didn't fit, and I couldn't make it work. I could not in any way, shape, or form make it work. Like, this just doesn't fit on here at all. Like, there's just, it just doesn't go. So like I said, I had to go back to the book, and that's when I discovered that this little piece here that I thought also could be just some kind of moss overhanging the pot actually goes like that underneath your detailed piece. It's going to be hard to see when I do this, but it does fit exactly under there. So that's what that weird little piece was that I couldn't figure out. It's actually the background for the detail on the leaves. What I did here is I cut the flower pot and I cut the top piece, and I was going to dimensionalize this piece, but when I put it down, I realized it just is enough just to show that edge of the pot. And then I actually used the adhesive backing behind this piece and behind this piece so that I could stick them down. And with these ones, it can be a bit of a challenge to sort out where to put them down. Oh, and I missed popping out a dot on this one, the center of the flower. So what you actually need to do is, you can see the center of the flowers, center of the flowers. So when you put these together, line up the center of the flowers to put it down, and that's how you line that up. Now, because you can see right through these, as you can see behind here, I've got white. If we were to say, take this and cut it out and put it behind, you could make this in any other color. You could make it green, you could make it Mango Melody, just to give the center of the flowers a little bit more behind it. So you can use the dies however you like, but my one key from this one is, this is the background leaf to the detailed leaf here. So I didn't fully remake the card because I wanted to preserve my stash of the Hues of Happiness paper. But this is the first one. This is the second one. Exactly the same color stamping, just die cut out and put on the brick and mortar background. And then we have this one, which is on the fern background. And it's all, there's no stamping on here at all. It is all die cuts. So thank you so much for watching while I introduced you to the geranium dies from the Potted Geraniums set. Thank you so much for watching, and we will create together again soon.